What's good, fam? Right now, we are watching a literal coronation while the other guy hides behind a keyboard, and seeing this play out is honestly getting embarrassing. Kendrick Lamar just pulled off a historic sweep at the 57th NAACP Image Awards in late February of 2026, and the industry is sending a clear message that this debate is finished. While Kendrick is out there collecting trophies in front of the whole world, Drake has been relegated to posting cryptic Instagram stories like the heartbroken middle schooler. This represents a massive industry shift where Kendrick officially takes the Male Artist of the Year title that Drake controlled for an entire decade. The hardware is piling up in Compton while the boy is in Toronto trying to find the right filter for his next breakdown, and you can see the panic in every single post he makes. A guy who used to dominate every awards show is now just a spectator while the real king takes what belongs to him. Kendrick is proving that you do not need to post 5 times a day to stay relevant if your music actually changes the world. The NAACP sweep serves as proof that hardware never lies, especially after Kendrick secured the Outstanding Male Artist Award on February 24th, 2026. He did not just win by a small margin because he beat out massive stars like Bryson Tiller and Chris Brown. That victory proves his dominance is culturally absolute right now. When a rapper beats the biggest names in R&B and pop, it means his message is reaching people that the OVO stimulus package could never touch. Bryson and Chris have global fan bases, but even those communities had to respect what Dot has been doing lately. The NAACP also honored his Apple Music Super Bowl Airline halftime show as the Outstanding Short Form Series or Special, which feels like a slap in the face to the doubters. This win cements the 2025 Super Bowl as the most culturally significant event in recent hip-hop history, despite every attempt Drake made to downplay it. You cannot argue with the biggest awards body in the black community when they identify the leader of the culture, and Kendrick is the only one standing on that stage. Drake can talk about his streaming numbers all he wants, but he cannot buy the genuine respect that comes with these specific trophies. Kendrick sweeping these categories shows that the industry has finally moved on from the light-skinned era of rap. These awards are about impact and excellence, and Kendrick has shown more of both in the last year than Drake has since this beef started. It is one thing to have a few hits on the radio, but being recognized by your peers as the standard for 2026 is a different level. Kendrick is making music that actually matters, while Drake is making music that just fills up background playlists. That is exactly why the hardware is going to PG Lang instead of the embassy. We are seeing the flashy lifestyle and the fake tough guy act get traded for real substance and actual talent. Every single trophy Kendrick picks up is another nail in the coffin for the narrative that Drake is still the top dog. The boy from Toronto is looking more like a relic of the past, while Kendrick remains the architect of the new standard. The timing of these awards is just nasty work because it happened right as Drake was trying to start another one of his weird rollouts. On the same night Kendrick received praise for his excellence, Drake stayed on the internet talking about making people cry. The only people crying are the OVO fans who have to watch their idol lose every single day. That Super Bowl win is especially painful for the Toronto camp because they tried so hard to act like Lil Wayne was snubbed. The NAACP just confirmed what we already knew about that performance, and Kendrick turned that halftime show into a victory lap that is still paying off a year later. You can try to manipulate the charts and use bots to keep your numbers up, but you cannot fake this kind of cultural dominance. Kendrick is the Male Artist of the Year because he is the only one actually doing the work of an artist, while Drake is just a content creator who happens to rap sometimes. The difference between a legend and a celebrity has never been clearer than it is right now in February of 2026. Kendrick earned this coronation by staying silent and letting his craft do the talking, and now those results are screaming so loud that the whole world has to listen. We are witnessing what happens when a man prioritizes his actual skill over chasing likes on the internet, and the NAACP acknowledged that greatness by placing him at the peak of the industry. Drake is trapped in a loop where he keeps trying to prove he is still relevant, but every weird cryptic post just makes him look thirsty for the type of attention Kendrick receives without lifting a finger. The music industry finally made a decision and sided with the artist who represents something real. So the era of Drake being the automatic #1 pick is officially dead and buried. Kendrick Lamar is the king of rap and the Male Artist of the Year, and there is absolutely nothing Drake or his fan base can do to flip that reality. This is the Kendrick era now, and honestly, it is the most refreshing thing to happen to this culture in a long time. Seeing all those trophies head back to Compton is the most satisfying way to end this whole drama because it proves that genuine talent will always crush the industry hype. The massive success of the track Luther featuring SZA shifted how we view music videos after it grabbed the award for Outstanding Music Video and became the most decorated record of 2026. This specific record sat at the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 for 13 weeks straight, and it even secured the Record of the Year trophy at the 68th Grammys on February 1st. If you look at the high level of cinematography coming out of PG Lang, you can see why every other label is panicking to keep up with this new standard of creativity. Kendrick is moving beyond just making songs by building visual experiences that look like blockbuster movies, which is why he is the favorite for Entertainer of the Year at the NAACP ceremony on February 28th. Most rappers are still stuck filming the same tired club scenes with rented luxury cars, while Kendrick is busy expanding the limits of what hip-hop can look like for an audience that wants substance. Putting SZA on that track was a brilliant move because their natural chemistry is crazy, and they managed to build a cultural moment that has lasted months without losing any momentum. You can hear Luther blasting everywhere from luxury fashion runways to the local corner store, which just proves that Kendrick has reached a level of artistry that goes way beyond rap. Since the song just won Record of the Year at the Grammys a few weeks back, it is pretty clear where the actual power in the industry is sitting right now. Drake is spending all his energy trying to remind the world that he used to be the biggest star, while Kendrick is doing the actual work that keeps him at the top of the food chain. This entire PG Lang era focuses on precision and high quality over just dropping a bunch of mid tracks, and the award shows are rewarding that focus by giving him every trophy possible. Before we get into how Drake is moving like a whole drama queen for this Iceman rollout, I need to know if y'all think Kendrick is the real industry power now, or if those Grammys are just picking sides. Drop your thoughts in the comments, no cap. While you at it, hit that like and subscribe so you stay tapped in. Let's continue. Kendrick is out here collecting legitimate hardware that will be in the history books forever, while Drake is stuck posting black and white Instagram stories like a moody teenager. On February 24th of 2026, he posted a story that just said, "Make them cry" in all caps, and it feels like he is trying to play a villain that nobody actually finds scary. His 9th studio album is called Iceman, and he is rolling it out through surreal YouTube films instead of normal promotion, which shows he is probably dodging the industry metrics where he keeps losing. This entire strategy looks like he is trying to create a mystery that nobody actually asked for, and it is a huge change for a guy who used to just drop hits. It looks like the boy finally realized that he can no longer compete on a musical level, so he is trying to become a mysterious filmmaker to hide the fact that his bars are falling flat. Teasers for the Iceman project keep becoming more bizarre, and the latest drop features a Fuji Iceman sand-shaved ice truck parked in Tokyo alongside a crystal Pinocchio keychain. Fans find the 4th episode of this movie series puzzling because it lands in Japan. Everyone wonders why he picked a lying puppet as his mascot when his credibility is already in the gutter. Rolling out a rap album with an ice cream truck feels like a midlife crisis, and it proves he lost touch with the culture Kendrick currently owns. Drake attempts to craft a narrative where he stays cold and detached, but he just looks isolated and completely disconnected from what the fans want in 2026. Choosing a wooden boy whose nose grows with every lie fits perfectly for a man who wasted the last year getting exposed for every fabrication he told during the feud. Insiders recently labeled this Iceman era a grievance narrative, and reports suggest his camp feels blacklisted by every major award show in the industry. His team stares at that mountain of Grammys and NAACP trophies Kendrick collected while they convince themselves a conspiracy exists to keep the boy out of the winner's circle. The truth they refuse to acknowledge is that his recent music simply failed to earn those spots because the culture evolved past his sound. Complaining about a Blacklist makes zero sense when your rival drops Record of the Year hits while you play with keychains in a Tokyo parking lot. This victim mentality looks pathetic for an artist who spent 15 years bragging about his global dominance, and it highlights his total lack of a real response to Kendrick's current reign. The OVO leader portrays a villain in these weird ice cream truck clips, while Kendrick operates as a hero on the world stage, and that contrast has never appeared more obvious. Let us look at these numbers for a second, because Drake is still putting up massive stats as the first rapper to cross 2 billion Spotify streams in the first 2 months of 2026. Millions of people across the globe are hearing that music. Still, we know that quantity never equals quality when you are just flooding the system with catchy background noise. Listeners are clicking play because the tracks are catchy enough for a gym session, but they are not shifting the culture like a Kendrick Lamar project does every time. Buying a billion streams streams is actually simple when you have the entire OVO machine working for you. The problem is that you cannot purchase the soul of a community that stands behind a message. Drake has developed a weird persecution complex that is finally starting to blow up in his face because fans are tired of a billionaire playing the victim in his own story. While he complains about being blacklisted by the industry, everyone else is celebrating Kendrick and his humble approach to winning 27 total Grammys alongside these new NAACP trophies. Nobody expects Kendrick to go on the internet to beg for respect. His pure talent makes it impossible for the business to ignore him even if they really wanted to. Chart performance for Drake's singles like What Did I Miss and Doghouse is fine, but they lack the cultural weight and energy we are seeing from the GNX era. Lab-manufactured records designed to satisfy a streaming algorithm are what Drake offers now. On the other side of the fence, the music Kendrick drops feels forged in the streets of Compton to save the genre. Streams might stack up on a dashboard, but if nobody remembers a single bar a week later, you are just a temporary distraction in a crowded market. Victory in the battle for the spirit of the genre belongs to Kendrick because he stayed true to his roots instead of chasing every thirsty social media trend. Leaving Drake to play a goofy villain in his own strange ice cream truck movies was a chess move, and that is how Dot walks away with the hardware that actually matters. This NAACP sweep is the ultimate proof that the crown has been moved from Toronto back to the West Coast where it belongs for the long haul. Spreadsheets might show big numbers for the sixth god, but Kendrick Lamar has the heart of the people and a legacy that will last. It will last long after the streams stop counting. At this point, the industry has crowned a new king, and the crowning moment is complete because the truth is out in the open for everyone to see. As we head into a future where substance and real artistry are the only things that keep you at the top, it is going to be very bad for the OVO formula. Kendrick is the male artist of the year because he stands for everything, right? With rap today. That is why he is the one holding the trophies. Aubrey is left clutching a crystal keychain in a Tokyo ice cream truck while the war ends and the king returns to his throne for good.